harder to get yourself out of something, even if you want to. And I think that us taking the opportunity to show that it's more complicated than what you see on the news, and what people just perceive that world to be. I think it's quite a challenge, and I think they've done it in a really tasteful way. We did a lot of training. First out, season 1, we got to do kind of a crash course on what it is to be a firefighter, and they put us in all the gear, and they put us in the rooms, and they lit them on fire. And we did a lot of ride-alongs with actual firefighters. And, I think that obviously prepared us on the physical side. I don't know that anything can actually prepare you for what these guys see day in and day out and what they go through emotionally. It is, in my estimation, the most noble and selfless profession that you can take on. They literally run into burning buildings and rats are running out. It's like they are some of the most selfless people that you'll ever meet. And you can train physically. I do a lot of Zumba just to keep up the cardio. But it's just such a tough thing to ever imagine emotionally. I think a lot about a story that Steve Chikarodis, he's our chief technical advisor and former chief of the fire department here. And he tells a story about really early on when he was a young firefighter and he had to go in to a burning building to save a young girl that was about the same age as his daughter. And she didn't make it. And he had to then go home right after that and face his daughter and his wife, and kind of bear all of that weight. And imagine having to hold that in, to just kind of try and make your wife and your daughter's day a little bit more pleasant, knowing that you've seen someone who is her peer die in your arms. You can't. There's nothing that can prepare you for something like that. But it just goes to show you the true strength of these people.
So you did your whirly boat.
I did, yes.
Why whirly boat?
I think it's very unique to Chicago, and I think it's a ton of fun. I remember going when I first moved out here and thinking it was the greatest thing ever, and how in God's name it's not in every college campus in America, I don't know. But I like to consider myself a fairly philanthropic person, but at the same time, I know a lot of those things can be really stuffy, and it just seems like a money grab. And I wanted to really try and do something that was actually enjoyable, and people could have a good time, and maybe raise a couple of bucks, to help some people in need. And it was a great success. Hey, beautiful. And it was a great success. We raised about $10,000 for the 100 Club of Chicago, which is an organization that helps the families of fallen firefighters and paramedics. And everyone showed up. Almost everybody from fire, a bunch of people from PD, the new guys on med. And I think it's because they've seen exactly, what these people go through day in and day out, and they've realized we have a special opportunity to actually give something back. So they were really generous with their time, and it was a great success. And hopefully there'll be another one next year. Yeah, he's a real drama queen, that guy. And I just don't understand why he needs to bring all of his stuff into the firehouse when we're all just trying to get by day. On a serious note, I think for Cruz specifically, everything that's going on with Severide has been a real letdown, because the whole reason that he ever decided to join SWAT is because he holds Severide in great esteem. He considers him probably the best firefighter he's ever known. And all of that, there's always drama at the firehouse, and we all bring in our fair share. This season, I definitely bring my fair share of drama to the firehouse. But I think what's more important is it goes to show how we always find a way to band together. And no matter who's the person that's bringing the drama to the firehouse that day, everyone else is going to have their back. And that's the great pleasure of this show. We have a real tight-knit group. And that, I think, translates both on and off screen.
Did you watch Dennis Leary's show, Rescue Me?
Absolutely, every single episode.
I'm curious what you thought of it.
I loved it. Yeah. I loved it. I think we're a bit of a different show. I think that show dealt with the inner workings of a firefighter who's been affected by the downfall of 9/11. and all of the demons he had to deal with because of that. I think that we try to be more of a day-to-day fire show, and I think we try to show more of what they do on a technical level. But I loved Rescue Me. I thought it was really beautifully filmed, insanely funny. I thought the acting was great. And I actually remember there's a brother there. I can't remember the actor's name right now, but he was a Latino actor. He played a firefighter on the show. And I remember thinking, God, I wish I could do that. That would be a tremendous role. And here I am, so I guess wish more is where that comes, that's the learning lesson there.
We get to see more Zumba?
God, I hope so. I mean, I love it. I love doing it. It got a reaction that I never would have anticipated. It has resulted in me having a great relationship with the Zumba organization, and we're looking to maybe do some more fundraising stuff on that end. But yeah, I mean, I'll any chance I get, I'll gladly do it.
You've yet a chance to talk to Dick Wolf at all? I know he's an overall guy.
Not this year. He's got his hands full with Med right now and kind of trying to get that thing off the ground. We saw him early on and he wished us all well, as he does every year. I think that we're, like fire specifically, like our cylinders are kind of going, pretty full steam, and we kind of got a good grasp on what we're doing here. So he's doing his thing over on Med, and I'm sure we'll see him again, but right now he's just trying to get that thing off the ground, so we haven't seen him very much.